What if the reason you keep feeling tired is not just spiritual, but physical? What if the reason you keep falling asleep during devotions, can't focus, or feel too tired to do the things God put on your heart is not just because the devil is busy, but because your body is inflamed, overburdened, and no longer managing energy well? Now, this is the type of conversation we really need to have because low energy, excess weight, and difficulty losing it are often more connected than many women realize. So before you keep rebuking the fatigue, you need to pause, look inward, and ask whether some of your daily habits are contributing to the problem. So in this video, I want to show you why your low energy may not be random, how it's connected to your weight, and how it could be one of the very reasons the weight will not budge. Now, what many women do not realize is that excess weight is not just something you carry. It's not just about extra padding sitting there doing nothing. Fat tissues is biologically active. And this is important to understand because once you realize that, you start to see why low energy, excess weight, and difficulty losing it are often connecting in ways people do not talk about enough. A lot of us were taught to think about body fat as a surface level issue. We think of it as an appearance issue, an outfit issue, a confidence issue, a number on the scale issue. But fat tissues is more than that. It's not passive. When you carry too much body fat, especially around the abdomen, that tissue can start acting almost like an active signaling center in the body. It can release inflammatory substances and other chemical messengers that affect what is happening inside you. Now, the issue is not just what you see on the outside. The issue is also what that excess weight can be doing on the inside. One way it can affect you is through inflammation. Now, when people hear the word inflammation, they often think of things like pain, swelling, injury, a sore knee, a flare-up. But there's also something called low-grade inflammation. Now, this is the kind that is not always low. Instead, it can quietly build up in the background. And over time, that matters. Because your body is not designed to thrive under constant internal stress. When your body is dealing with this kind of ongoing low-grade inflammation, it can affect how well your cells produce and use energy. So in other words, it can interfere with how efficiently your body handles fuel. So even though you are eating, even though you're sleeping, even though you're trying to push through the day, your body may not be managing energy the way it should. This is one of the reasons some women feel tired all the time. I cannot fully explain why. They wake up tired. They get through the morning, but their energy already feels low. They crash in the afternoon. They start reaching for sugar, caffeine, or something quick to keep going. And by the end of the day, they feel like they have nothing left to give. Not because they do not want better bad enough. Sometimes it is because the body is under more metabolic stress than they realize. And when your body is under that kind of stress, energy becomes harder to make, harder to manage, harder to sustain. And that is where many women start to blame themselves. They think, I need to be more disciplined. I need to stop being so inconsistent. But sometimes the problem is not just a discipline issue. Sometimes the problem is that your body is sending distress signals that you often ignore. Because if excess weight is contributing to low-grade inflammation, and low-grade inflammation is affecting how your body produces and uses energy, then of course you are going to feel the effects. Of course it will feel harder to focus. Of course it will feel harder to stay consistent. Of course it's going to feel harder to do the things you know would actually help you. And this is where the cycle gets tricky. Because the extra weight may be contributing to the inflammation. And the inflammation may be draining your energy. And the lower energy makes it harder to move, cut the healthy meal, exercise, think clearly, and follow through. Now you're stuck in a loop. The weight is affecting your energy. The lower energy is making it harder to deal with the weight. And that is why this conversation matters. Because if you're only looking at the weight as a cosmetic issue, you miss the deeper problem. And if you only see tiredness as a motivation issue, you miss what your body may be trying to tell you. So the issue is not always that you need more willpower. Sometimes the issue is that your body is dealing with more internal stress than you realize. And when that stress stays high for too long, your energy starts paying the price. And so this brings me to the next piece of the conversation, metabolic flexibility. Now, metabolic flexibility is your body's ability to switch between different fuel sources depending on what is available. So let me break that down. When you eat a meal, especially one with carbohydrates, your digestive system breaks those carbs down into glucose, which is a form of sugar your body can use for energy. That glucose enters the bloodstream, then your body releases insulin. You can think of insulin like a helper. Its job is to help move the glucose out of the bloodstream and into cells, where it can be used as fuel. Now, some of that glucose gets used right away for immediate energy. Your brain can use it, your muscles, and your organs. If there's more glucose than your body needs in that moment, some of it gets stored. First, it stores as glycogen in organs like your liver and muscles. That is like your body's short-term energy backup. But glycogen storage space is limited. So if more energy is coming in than the body needs, some of that excess can be stored as fat. And that's not automatically a bad thing. Your body is supposed to store energy. That's normal. That is part of how God designed the body to protect and sustain you. Now, the problem is not storage itself. The problem is when the body loses the ability to smoothly move between using energy now and using stored energy later. Because after a meal, your body should be able to use the glucose coming in. Then later, between meals, overnight, or during movement, when insulin levels come down, your body should be able to switch gears and start tapping into stored energy. That includes stored glycogen first and then stored fat. This is where fat burning comes in. When you have not eaten for a while and insulin levels are low, your body can begin breaking down stored fat to use as energy. This is how a healthy system works. You eat, use some fuel, store some fuel, then later tap into what was stored when you need it. That back and forth ability is what metabolic flexibility is all about. It means your body can adapt. It can run on the fuel coming in, and it can also run on the fuel it has saved. But when someone becomes more metabolically inflexible, that switching process does not happen as well. The body becomes less efficient at handling glucose and accessing stored fat. So now, instead of having steady energy, the person feels that they're on a roller coaster. They eat and their blood sugar rises quickly, insulin goes up, then not long after, their energy crashes and they are tired again, hungry again, craving again. And instead of easily tapping into stored fuel to keep energy stable, the body starts acting like it constantly needs more quick energy from food. This is when women often start saying things like, I just eat, why am I hungry already? Why do I feel sleepy after meals? Why do I keep craving sugar in the afternoon? Why do I feel like I need coffee just to function? Those are not random signals. There can be signs that the body is not switching fuels very well. And when that happens over and over, it becomes easier to gain weight and harder to lose the weight you already have. So now you're eating for energy and not feeling energized. You have stored fuel on your body, but your body is not tapping into it efficiently. This is why someone can carry excess weight and still feel tired all the time. Having stored energy in your body does not automatically mean your body is good at using it. And this is an important point to remember. So at the end of the day, this is not just about eating less, trying harder, or blaming yourself every time your body does not respond the way you want it to. This is about helping your body become more metabolically stable. Because when your body is more stable, your energy becomes more stable. You are not constantly chasing sugar, caffeine, or quick fixes to make it through the day. Your body gets better at using the fuel you eat now and better at tapping into the fuel it has stored for later. And that matters. Because better energy is not just about feeling good, it affects how you think, how you move, how you show up, and how consistent you can be. If you want better energy, easier fat loss, start by making your body more metabolically stable. Because when you do that, you are helping your body do what it was designed to do better. So are you tired of feeling tired? I am looking for a few purpose-driven women ready to become proof of what is possible with more energy, clarity, and focus in the next 60 days. So click the link below to join our upcoming challenge. We'll see you inside.